Bowser is the most evil character in all of the Nintendo universe. He is Mario and Luigi's arch nemesis, and he is a fire-breathing dragon who wants total control of the Mushroom Kingdom and has a powerful crush on Princess Peach. I was able to bring Bowser's humanity to life. Because everyone knows he's a fire-breathing dragon who's filled with evil, but what a lot of people don't know is that he's also very insecure and also very jealous and very petty and very greedy. And I got to explore all those nooks and crannies. I got to improv tons. I would always do the lines as written. That's the pro job. You got to do it as written, give them what they want, and then at the end I would always be like, hey, can I try another take just for fun? And they'd be like, of course. And that's where I'd do some stuff that was maybe a little edgier, maybe a little crazier, and a lot of stuff that obviously is not going to make it in the movie, but I just want to try it just for fun. And sometimes that stuff does make it in the movie. So my connection with Nintendo goes all the way back to when I was like 12 years old. The first time I played Donkey Kong in the arcade, early 80s. Incredible experience that I, along with the rest of the world, had with that first video game. Because it was the first real video game that kind of told a story. You got Mario, is going to save the princess and fight against Donkey Kong. Who, really, let's be honest, it was just King Kong, giant gorilla. But they called him Donkey Kong so they wouldn't get sued. And you know, before that it was just like Pac-Man. There's no story. It's just a weird yellow lemon that eats dots. This time it had a beginning, middle, and an end. And then you follow Nintendo all the way through Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and they slowly over the decades have built this huge universe of characters and storylines that is really unparalleled in the world of video games. Hats off to Nintendo for incredible what's the word I'm looking for? Universe. So I got to see the movie early, an early cut of it, and I was so blown away because when you're recording the voice, you don't really have a clear image of what it's going to look like. What are these characters going to look like? What are the backgrounds going to look like? And it looks like it cost $1 billion. It looks so good. And the colors are so vibrant. It's almost like psychedelic. You feel like you're on a trip. You're like, oh. And you know, the details, when you go close up on Mario's eyeballs and the way it like glimmers and gleams and the reflectiveness of his face and his features and just like the fields of mushrooms and all of this incredible rainbow backgrounds, it was just sort of like amazing.
Princess Peach is an incredibly capable and great leader, first and foremost. And if you actually think about it, it makes sense that this is the way that she should have always been played. Because if you're the ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom and technically it's a flourishing society, if you're constantly being kidnapped and moved from castle to castle, you're not doing a very good job of leading. So I feel like this is the way that she was supposed to be. I think just showcasing that, you know, she's a 3D character. She's not just Save Me Mario. It's not only that. And I feel so grateful that Nintendo, Illumination, and the directors, we were all on the same page. Because when I was first approached to play her, I was so excited and so thrilled, but slightly trepidatious, just because I didn't want to play the damsel in distress. And so I'm really glad that we were all on the same page there. I think I love that you end up in the silliest positions when you're in the vocal booth, because you're trying to imagine everything around you. And so it's kind of like the first time that you do a take, you might feel a tiny bit self-conscious, but there's no room for being self-conscious in a vocal booth. You have to be extremely animated and really like bring everything that you've got to it. So I think I like how silly it can be sometimes. It's unbelievable, and it's the biggest payoff because you sit down and you see the world that you've been a part of, but so much beauty, artistry, and hard work has gone on when you've not been a part of it at all. And I love sitting down to movies and not knowing anything about them. That's like one of my favorite things to do. And I feel like in an animated project, that's the best of both worlds, because you get to be a part of it and yet still have that surprise and that excitement. I wasn't a gamer growing up. That was my brother's realm, and he was very much like, this is my game. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go and like play with cats or something. But now I got to have a second childhood with it, and I love it now. I'm highly competitive. It's a bit of a problem, but I hope that that means that I will get better at it, because I will not let it go. If I play really poorly, we're playing like 8 more times because I have to improve.